What's up, everybody? What's up, Bob? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome. What's up, Anthony? He says, Fretboard Frenzy Friday. It's inevitable, yes. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jay Tarantino. I play guitar in a band called Etherius, and I'm playing all the best guitar solos right here on TikTok and just the internet in general. We're on Twitch, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, man. We're all over the place. Shout out to everybody tuning in. All right, I'm gonna play that again. People are filing in. All right, what's up, Anthony? All right, let's play it again. This song's called "The Inevitable End." Yo, that was a song called "The Inevitable End." What's up, Unlisted Dane on Twitch says, how are you? What guitar is that? That sounds amazing. Thank you very much. All right, let me tackle those all one by one. How am I? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. What kind of guitar is it? This is a Kiesel Aries. Let me give you a little close-up here. It's a Kiesel Aries, and thank you. You said it sounds amazing. Thank you very much. What's up, Stray? Strayla is here. Thank you. All right, Andy says this is Yngwie Michelangelo Beatty or Michelangelo Beatty, best of Shredder. Thank you, man. I am a huge fan of both. This next song, hey, hi. What's up, Chase? All right, if you thought that was Yngwie, this next song is gonna be very, very, very Yngwie. How does it perform versus a Gibson SG? Oh, it's like a totally different instrument. Can I help you? I think I can help you. What's a good starter shred? When you say a starter shred, like licks to play? One that isn't insanely hard. Okay, so like I'll give you a quick shred lick here. So take a very simple, take an arpeggio. You're going to take that. You're going to do a quick guitar lesson here. You're going to do 16th fret on the G with your first finger. You're going to do 17th fret on the B string with your second finger. You're going to do 15th fret on the E with your first finger. And then you're going to hit the 19th fret with your pinky. And you're just... So 16, 17, 16, 17, 15, 19. That is what we call an arpeggio, which literally means broken chord in Italian. So that's a simple little lick to learn to starter shred. How is it different from a Gibson? Well, it's to me, playing a Gibson is like playing an acoustic guitar. It's a heavy neck. To me, it's an instrument you kind of have to fight it a little bit to play it. This is built for speed. It's got a thinner neck. The fretboard radius is a little bit wider. Well, it's wider anyway because it's a 7-string, but it's a thinner neck. It's a wider fretboard radius, and it just the way it plays just makes it conducive for playing real fast. Not that you can play fast on an SG, but on a guitar like this, it's easier just because of the way the neck is constructed and everything. Well, thank you. Hopefully I gave you some help there. Stray's waiting for Larry. What's up, Cornlord? What's up, Jamie? Shout out to all my people. I will translate it into tabs. No, I don't need to tab that out because I've taught that many, many times. So I have it stored away in my brain here. Why don't I play? You calling me a rookie? Listen, don't fuck with me. Oh, I know that, man. We're all good here, man. We're having a good time. All right, let's play some more. Where's the gentleman that said it sounded like Yngwie? Oh, no, I have it tabbed out. Like, I have it tabbed out because I teach this stuff, so I have it all tabbed out in Guitar Pro. Can I shred to AC/DC? Probably not. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm not an AC/DC fan. They're not one of my favorite bands. They're not one of my favorite bands. Yeah, Stray always asks me not to, yeah. I'm sorry. It is the Fractal, yes. I'm so pissed off because I forgot that Judas Priest is playing tonight. I thought it was on Monday, but Monday I'm going to see Symphony X. I thought, son of a bitch. I'm so annoyed. I was going to go see Judas Priest and Alice Cooper and Corrosion of Conformity. I forgot they're playing here tonight. I thought they were playing on Monday or I thought it was the 29th. whatever, it's fine. I'm going to see Symphony X on Monday, so I'm okay with that. They are, yeah. Listen, AC/DC, man, is just pure, just rock and roll. They have their sound. I could come on October 17th to Vegas. Oh, I wish. Would you believe I got a notice for fucking jury duty? Actually, on October 14th of all. So that sucks. It's bullshit. But it's fine. I'm going to see Symphony X on Monday. Yeah, I got summoned for jury duty. Fuck. All right, here's a song. That was a song called March into Phi right there. When did I start playing Mozart? Bob's riding his bike again. What's up, Bob? What's up, dude? What's up, the boss? I don't know how to play Cemetery Gates. We got Shada. What's up? Welcome. Bob's riding his bike. All right. What's up, Guitar Addict? Thank you for the gifts. All right, let's see. We're on Twitch as well. So if you see me reading chats that you don't see in the TikTok chat, I'm not talking to myself. Although I do that sometimes. I'm just going through the chats here. Bob, don't text and ride, dude. If you crash, man, Do not blame it on me, okay? All right. Unlisted Dane, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for... I hope you come back. Thanks for stopping in. All right. Jamie says, but for real, that definitely had a classical... Oh, dude, that's like my... That song is inspired by Yngwie and Bodum and just my love of power metal. Because you all know I love power metal. Did Unlisted Dane just call you brother? All right, I need to... Unlisted Dane says, I can't tell if he smiled or if he's disgusted. And then Stray says, that is how he smiles. This is true, yes. Stray knows what's up. She says, I'm unsure how to read. Yeah, I don't know. Unless he was talking to me. Who knows? All right. All his viewers glucking in from you. Yeah, you know what's funny? I'm streaming on YouTube and I never read the chats over there. So if you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor and come over to Twitch or join me on TikTok because I'm not going to answer the chats over there. I'm sorry. She says, I don't know. I'm going to call them bruh. That's right, yeah. Do I know how to play a Slipknot song? I don't know any Slipknot songs. I'm sorry. Bruh. Do you even shred, bruh? What do the British people say, bruv? Okay, bruv. How many am I? I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. Yeah, where's Larry? Where is I should text Larry and be like, dude, where are you, man? It's all right, he'll be here. He's reliable. All right, let me play a song here. Bob says, JB, yes, I am I'm Bob and Giuseppe's like honorary uncle. I'm like the cool older uncle that they never had. And I don't have siblings, so I would never get to be an uncle. So I get to live vicariously through Bob and Giuseppe. I'm the cool older uncle. And I play guitar really well. All right. Here's a song called The Dark Oracle. All right, so anybody wants to check out all the songs I'm playing here, hold on. If anybody wants to check out the songs I'm playing here, I play guitar in a band called Etherius. We have a new album called Hymns of the Crimson Raven, which you can check out at the link tree. If you click my profile, click the link tree. I have all the links there. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, Google, Amazon. Man, we're all over the place. So check it out. Here's a song called The Dark Oracle. Bob, thank you, my mod. Bob is my mod here. He's going to give you all the song titles while he's riding his bike. song called The Dark Oracle. Am I rhythm or lead? I'm the lead. Are the drums helping? Yeah, dude, I got the drum track and everything. What's up, Liz? You want to hear what it sounds like without the back? Dude, I can play it without the backing track. Stray says, I apologize in advance. I am building a shelf. Stray's book fell down. She only has her shelf to blame. All right, Donoman says, you're good, bro. That was clean. Thank you, man. Yeah, dude, but here's what it would sound like. There we go. Bob says, I'm hearing coyotes. You like my... She called me Jerry C. That was my ultimate... That was a... Larry, I wish Larry was here for me to say... damn it. I wish Larry was here. He would have appreciated that joke. All right, Liz says, Stray, you are a woman of many talents. This is a fact, yes. All right. I wish Larry was here. It's okay. All right, let's play some more tunes here. Here's a song called Thread of Life. We're going to slow it down here. Not very much here, but just a little bit. Here we go. Oh, shit, look. Oh, now he shows up. Son of a bitch. What's up, Larry? Larry, you just missed. I just told the ultimate dad joke, man, and you just missed it like 5 minutes ago. Should I tell him? All right, Stray's gonna tell you the joke that I said. You will appreciate this dad joke, man. It's okay. Jamie says, does that have the same pickup? No, so this... All right, so this guitar has the Kiesel pickups, Kiesel lithiums, and the white guitar has Guitarmery, which I have the... Hold on, I have the box here. The white guitar has these pickups, Guitarmery. I have a sponsorship with them. Jesus Christ, what is going on outside my apartment? My apartment is on a busy street, and there's just chaos going around here. All right, anyway. Which ones do I like better? I'll be totally honest with you. I don't hear a difference. I do not hear the difference. To me, they both sound good, so I don't know. What's up, Darkwing? Larry appreciates that. Yes. All right. Here's a song called Thread of Life. Shout out to all the dad jokes out there. Shout out to my boy Larry C on Twitch. He's the ultimate dad joke teller. Yo, that was a song called Thread of Life. Shout out to everybody. What's up, Redneck? What's up? Thank you, Dante. What's up, Nuevo Martino? It's been a minute. What's up, man? Do I take song requests? I do not. I play all original music here, so all the songs you hear are from my band. But I hope you stick around. All right, Larry C says, I think this is... He says, yeah, some weirdo called Stray Brother. Like, hell yeah, brother. Larry C says, I'm glad Jay had the spine to say that joke, as in book spine. I think this is a new chapter in Jay's life. Dad I know, dude. I'm not even a dad, and I can tell some sick dad jokes. He said that solo is peak Riz. This is right, man. It's Sigma. Sigma peak Riz, whatever. Whatever the kids are saying. All right. Enough fucking around. All right, Larry, your song is coming up here. All right, let's see. Redneck says, bro, my new 7-string King V sounds weird. Dude, that is a nice guitar, dude. That is the 7-string King V is very nice, man. I am very happy for you, dude. That's cool. That is awesome, man. All right, Larry C says, honorary dad joke teller degree awarded to you. Oh, well, thank you, man. My grandfather used to tell the ultimate dad joke. He used to go, I might have told this before. My grandfather used to say, have you ever heard of the elevator dance? And, of course, you say, well, what is the elevator dance? He goes, yeah, it has no steps. But So, yeah, shout out to my grandfather. He told some good dad jokes. Granddad jokes. He said that joke works on so many levels. Oh, dude, that is great, man. We just took that to another level. Pun intended. What's up, Jackie? What's up, Jackie? My honorary mom is here. What's up, Jackie? That joke works on so many levels. That's a good one, man. What's up, Jackie? All right, I got my honorary mom here. Let's play some more music. Here's a song called, this one's from my boy Larry. He said, I hear working in the elevator business has its ups and downs. Oh, real talk, dude. Elevator mechanics make bank, dude. They make a lot of money. Because I deal with them sometimes, like doing HVAC, we do commercial. So I run into some of the elevator guys, man. Those guys make some serious money. So yeah, it does have its ups and downs. I would have nightmares, though. I'd have nightmares about getting crushed, like trapped in the elevator shaft, getting crushed. I would have nightmares about that if I worked on elevators. Sounds like a top-level salary. Yeah. All right. Stray says, I've been stuck in an elevator 4 times. I've had it happen to me once for like an hour. That was not fun. It's okay when you're with another person, like if there's one other person, but when you're trapped in an elevator with like 10 other people, dude, that's a problem. I'm gonna do a stream one night where we just tell stories about some crazy shit that's happened to us in our lives. I think that'd be cool. We'll do like a story time. All right, here's a song called Veins of Silver and Sorrow. right. That was a song called Veins of Silver and Sorrow. She says you always have to pee right after it happens, right after getting stuck in an elevator. Story night. We'll have a story night, yes. Did I ever tell the story? I may have told this story. When I got harassed by a prostitute when I was in Prague. All right, Jackie's gonna bake. Hell yeah. I mean, Larry C might not have known about this story. I'm pretty sure I told this story one time. No? Yeah, we were in Prague. Funny enough. And I was on tour with Angel. This was in 2017. This was actually around this time, like 8 years ago. And we went to a club. They had a club. It was like, you know, it was a total fist pumping, you know, but it was funny because on one floor they had like classic rock remixes. It was like classic rock songs with like just dance beats. Prague, the thick time, yeah. Then they had another level which was all like EDM. They had another level which was like techno and house. Like each floor had a different genre of music. But it was all dance. It was all like electronic and dance and stuff. So Angel and I. So long story, whatever. We did a tour in 2017. I toured with Angel. It was Andy James was on that tour, and there was another band. I can't remember who it was. But everybody went to the club. Me and Angel went there. We got there like a little bit later. So I was trying to catch up with everybody, man. We were drinking. And our merch guy was fucking wasted. He got wasted. And funny enough, his name is Jay, too, which is funny. Whatever. Like, end of the night, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And we had to leave. We were trying to walk out of this club. Jay he's wasted. And he's like 6'2", so he's dead. He's 6'2", like 190 pounds of dead weight. Like, Angel and I had to carry him. Out of this club. So anyway, we're waiting outside. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just people everywhere. It's like just chaos because it's Sunday morning. So we're like trying to get a cab. We had a hostel which was like up the street, but we couldn't walk it because it was like a couple miles. But it was like up this one street. It was like literally like a 3-mile walk. But we couldn't because of our drunk friend. We were trying to get a cab. We could not get a cab. They would not let us in. None of the drivers would let us in the cab because they saw our friend. They thought he was going to throw up in their cab. We're like trying to tell people like, no, like we're like 5 minutes away. And Angel at one point, I remember he went to the ATM because none of us had we didn't have any euros left because I think we probably spent them all in the club at that point. So he went to an ATM, and I'm holding our friend up. Like, literally, he can't move. Like, he's dead weight. I'm trying to hold him up. And this woman comes up to me and just starts bothering me, like, just out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck? And I had to literally grab her and, like, push her. And then she came back. And I had to, like, literally, like, grab her with one arm and, like, throw her. It was the craziest thing. And she was definitely a prostitute because the way she was dressed, she was definitely looking for something. And I was just like, I was trying to shoo her away from me. I finally just grabbed her by one arm, trying to hold my friend up, and I like threw her somewhere. I don't know what happened to her. She disappeared after that. But that was the time that I got harassed by a prostitute. He said maybe she was into that. I mean, listen, I wouldn't be surprised. Larry C says, sounds like the same street my parents used to walk to school on both ways. A progstitute. No, but that was such a funny story because Angel came back right after this happened, and he didn't see it. So I had to explain it to him. And anyway, we got back to our hostel at like 4 o'clock in the morning. We got like 4 hours of sleep. Our buddy Jay woke up the next morning. He was not hungover. I don't know, by some miracle, but he doesn't remember a thing that happened. He said, now that might be just as bad as being stuck in an elevator. Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty bad. I haven't been stuck in an elevator enough times to really know. Man, man, when I went to Europe, I have more. I'm not gonna. I'll tell stories later on, man. We're gonna have to whatever. We're gonna have to put that behind a paywall. I can't tell any more stories. Just all the debauchery. It wasn't that bad. It was a lot of. We had a lot of fun though. It was a good time. What's up, Felicia? He said recommend checking your panels after. Nah, I'm clean, dude. It's good. It's all good. It's fine. All right, let me play a song, all right? None of this, no more of this nonsense. Here's a song called Sedna. Yo, that was a song called Sedna. Larry C says, I bet people would be pushing my buttons if I were stuck in an elevator. Yeah. But on a serious note, I'm glad nothing bad happened to you guys. That story is funny as F and one that lasts. Yeah, dude. Listen, I don't condone domestic violence, but that was one of those instances where I had to do something. I claim self-defense on that. That's what I'm doing. My brother, are you using Chicago screws? Because I know what that are. They're screws that are made in Chicago. What? What are Chicago screw? What is your brother talking about? Jackie says you had to remove that lead. Yeah, it was funny though. At the time it wasn't funny, but after the fact it's hilarious. Whoa, shit, I almost ended the stream. They're apparently screws that screw into themselves. So they fuck themselves. They screw themselves. That's, you know what's funny? There's when electricians run their Romex through a house or anywhere and they strap it up, they're called Colorado clips. I'm like, what the fuck is a Colorado clip? Why is it called that? Apparently that's the name of the company. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So we got Chicago screws and Colorado clips. Like I'm supposed to know this stuff. All right, let's play some more music. Here's a song called Gilded Shadows of Oblivion. Gilded Shadows of Oblivion. Lament. Oh, you know how I feel about that song. I'll play it one of these years. Larry C says, that's kind of shocking. No, you know what's shocking? Getting zapped by 460 volts. That's shocking. That happened to me last week. I was working on a very old air conditioning system for an office space. And there's two disconnects. One disconnect cuts power to the compressor, and the other disconnect cuts power, well, as it was labeled on the panel, which I come to find out later, it was not labeled correctly. One breaker kills the power to the compressor, one breaker kills the power to the outdoor fan motors. So I shut them both off, not realizing later on that there was still power to the blower motor contactor. I was checking some wires. Yeah, and I touched the terminal by accident, and I got a nice jolt of 460 volts, man. That was fun. It was a little tingly for a while. Well, as long as, see, the thing with electricity, as long as you don't complete the circuit, like, if you touch it with one hand, as long as you don't touch metal or something else with your other hand, you'll be fine. It's when the electricity goes across your arm and through your chest, that's where you die. But yeah, that's not the first time that's happened. I've been electrocuted before. It doesn't happen often because I'm very careful. But it was just one of these things where something wasn't labeled properly, and I didn't check everything that I probably should have. And so I assumed something was not live when it really was. So let that be a lesson to you people. Always make sure there's no power when you're checking something electrical. Yeah, man, it took me about 10... I just sat there for like 10 minutes because I was like, what the hell just happened? Larry C says, I make homemade tasers and have accidentally oh, it said tasted myself, but it's really tased myself. That shit hurt. Couldn't imagine as many volts. Well, how many volts is a taser? Yeah, taser. I've never been tased, but I'd imagine that's probably hurt. That probably hurts. Stray says, "Don't put your fingy where you wouldn't put your where your." I'm assuming Derek is your brother. Don't put your fingy where you wouldn't put your dinghy. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. That's really funny. Shout out to your brother. That's funny as hell. I'm sure he can relate. Bob says it would be kind of fun to get. Bob, it is not fun, dude. It was it's like one of those things where, like, after something crazy happens, you just sit there and you're like, did that really just happen? And you're playing it in your head for like 10 minutes because you're not sure if you were dreaming it or if it really happened. That was me. I was trying to figure out if that really happened or not. But it did. But you know what, though? I'm going to blame whoever worked on that panel before me didn't label it correctly. I'm going to blame them. It's their fault. But it's fine. But I figured out what was wrong with the system, so that was cool. Bob says, that happened to me at work because somebody accidentally let some balloons go in the middle of a parking lot. You got shocked? Trying to grab some balloons? 700,000 volts? What? A taser? Really? Oh, the part where you sit there? Oh, yeah, so you know, Bob knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, dude, you're just like stunned. Like, what? Did this really just happen? 700,000 volt. Damn, dude. The math don't add up, though. Yeah, the math ain't mathin'. That's true. Damn, I've been here for an hour already, man. That's crazy. All right, you're gonna. Larry's gonna do some research. Yeah, let me know, man. I've never been tased, so I don't know what that feels like. Jackie says the stars are out tonight in Michigan. Yo, it was today, man. It's been like summer hasn't gone away. It's been in the 80s here in Jersey, which is fine, but the humidity has been like off the charts. Like the humidity level is at like I took a shower in my clothes level. Is awful. I think it's supposed to be a little cooler tomorrow. Yeah, tasers will stun you, so it definitely hurts. But I've never been tased, so I don't know how that feels compared to being electrocuted. All right, Stray says tasers are about 1,200. That's still a lot of volts. 1,200 volts? That's still a lot. 81, no humidity. Yeah, today it was like 80 degrees, but the humidity was like off the chain. It was like 1,000% humidity. It's fucking hot. Yeah, 1,200 volts is... Derek, see, that's the thing. It's really the amperage. It's the current that kills you. It's not so much the volts. It's the current. All right, Liz asks, how much is a shock collar? Oh, that's a good question. All right, everybody, how many volts is a shock collar? Stray says he's helping me build this shit because I'm struggling. I'm good at building stuff. Amazon says 400 kilovolts. All right, that's 4,000 volts. Come over. Okay, let me get on the next plane. Let me go drive to Newark Airport right now and catch the next plane out to Arizona. So a shock collar is 400 kilovolts? That's actually a lot. That would be, she said that would be great. Thanks. Okay, bye. Derek also said, okay, sounds good, Kay. Oh, man. $150 milliamps. Yeah, I don't work on Oh, okay. Larry C says the transformer 150. Okay, that's 150 milliamps is not that much. That's not that bad. Larry C says the transformer I use for the taser is graded for 400. Oh, okay. Stray says I have steak in Celsius. Oh, that's don't tempt me with a good time. We have specialized guys for medium voltage. It's not scary. It just as long as you just gotta know how to work on it. I always have a multimeter with me. I'm always making sure that things are grounded properly, and you know. I've seen some shit blow up. Larry C says Celsius is Jay's love one. This is actually true. This is probably true. Yes. Bro, I love Celsius, man. The cherry cola one is so good. That's my favorite one. It's good. A 2,000 kilowatt generator. Yeah. I wouldn't mess with that. You stocked? Oh, you stocked? Okay. I'm trying to think of any other times I got really electrocuted. I mean that was the one, and then what else is it? One time I went to go work on a customer's air conditioning unit. It was a residential, and whoever worked on it before me, who knows, it could have been the homeowner. They took the fuses out of the disconnect and put copper. Like, they took the fuses off and put copper where the fuse holders are. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't get electrocuted, but that was scary. NFPA 70E class in my life. Listen, I'll give you an EPA. I'll give you an EPA exam on refrigerant handling. We can keep going. Rocket Man says plumbing pipes are dangerous. Yeah, if they're not grounded properly. Derek said, hell yeah, just jam a penny in it. Yeah, somebody took the fuses out and put copper pipe in the fuse holders. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I seen some crazy shit in the field. Some wild shit. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to do things the correct way. Good night, Jackie. Sleep well. I'm trying. What other crazy shit have I seen? Oh, man. I've seen some crazy shit, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. All right, anyway. Let's play a song. Here's a song called Arctic Shadowscape. Yeah, they bypassed the fuse with copper. Like, what the fuck? Larry C says, everybody apparently has time to do a job twice, but not right the first. Yeah, dude, exactly. Stray says, we got a safety video today because of a guy's head almost being taken. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. You got to tell me that story. Shit. I work for a company with 3 people, so we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Do it nice, not twice. This is, yes. When I'm measuring, I measure like 10 times. Measure 10 times, cut once. That's my motto. Stray says I measure 100 and cut twice. All right, that's fair. I'll accept that. That's an acceptable answer. Rocketman says that's correct. Rocketman, do you work in a trade? Do you work in a trade? Oh, you're a sheet metal fabricator. Okay. Oh, dude, that's cool, man. A tin knocker. We don't do. My company does HVAC. We do like when we need like sheet metal for like commercial jobs. We just have a sheet metal fabricator just make it for us. But I can make like basic shit. But that's about it. Like we don't have the machines to make transitions and things like that. Larry C says, I bet he's seen a lot of sheet in his line of work. Yeah. Dude, duct fabrication is an art form, man. It is really an art form. Stray says, most of my job is done remote, but the panels I work on are 480. Yeah, I run into, again, I run into a lot of equipment that's 460 doing commercial. Stray's an expert in generators. Yeah, then you have to insulate it, yeah. Now I like doing HVAC because we do like the best of everything. We do plumbing, we do electrical, generators, ATS, and UPS. I know what UPS is. I don't know what ATS is. She says I'm a nerd. Switchgear. You're a nerd, yes. And then I do like a little bit of building management, building automation. Larry C says, bought me a new Ryobi whole house generator last year. That's good, man. Yeah, dude. After hurricane, because we got hit pretty hard by Hurricane Sandy back in 2012. So everybody be getting generators now. Transitions are, dude. I'm sure if I did it like every day, I would be good at it. But I can't make transitions, man. I suck at it. I could do basic shit. It would be cool to get into it more. Yeah, I do like a little bit of building management. Fucking building management will test your patience because people will always complain. You know, you could have an office space that's like 72 degrees and you'll have one person complaining that it's too cold. And then you have to figure out if their VAV box is working. If the thermostat's not working, if the VAV box itself is not working, if it's not communicating with the computer, it's just a fucking pain in the ass. Get a jacket. Yeah, exactly. Is it a jacket? No, this is a Kiesel. It's a Kiesel. Well, the part of it too is like one of the office buildings that we work on. The automation system is fucking ancient. Fucking things from like 30 years ago. So they need to upgrade some shit. All right, we're gonna keep going here. Let me play a song. Here's a song called Arctic Shadowscape. I need to warm up, man. I feel like I haven't played in an hour. Yeah. He says, I guess we will let Jay in the band. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I've been playing guitar for 28 years. Almost 30 years, so We getting there. Get a jacket, bitch. Alright, here's a song called The Omnipotent. Rocket Man says this should be called the reality song because it's as complicated as life. Life is complicated. This is true. I remember when I was a kid, I just wanted to be a grown-up so I can drive a car and make my own money. And now that I've been a grown-up, I fucking hate it. I want to go back to being a kid again. It sucks. Being an adult is trash. It's fucking trash, man. What's up, Nicholas? They bring you the bill always. This is, yep. Larry C says 1 out of 10 would not recommend being an adult. Yeah, bro, I agree, man. Yeah, it sucks. But it is what it is. All right. I'm going to play one more song. Here's a song called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. That was from my boy Austin, who's here in spirit tonight, and Chase. That was a song called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. All right, everyone. It is time for me to get out of here. But I'll be back tomorrow, man. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. I might do 2 streams tomorrow, man. We'll see how it goes. Again, if you want to check out the new Etherius album, Hymns of the Crimson Raven, click the link tree in my profile, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you all have a great night. Thank you very much. Peace. Thank you, Bob. Good night, Bob. Dude, thank you, Larry.